Guys, welcome to another interesting tutorials on how to make this circle jacket. Some people call it agbada jacket, but then it's just a simple circle jacket. So the first thing I'll be doing here is I'll be using original Ankara print, original African print. You can use any fabric of your choice. You can use your crepe or any other fabric that you feel like using. Just make sure it comes out beautiful. And I'll be using a 2 yards of this African print fabric. Then what you will do is, after cutting out your 2 yards like this, fold it into 4, so you have something like this. Make sure it is folded into 4, so you have something like this. And you can decide to add a lining if you want, but for this I'm using an original African print fabric, so, and I'm not going to be using lining for this. So let's get started. The first thing you do is you get your length, your desired length for the jacket. So personally, I'll prefer to use 25 because the folding on the edge is not going to be that much, it's going to be tiny. So I'll be using 25 as my length, so by the time I fold it will get back to 24. You want your jacket sitting right on your hip line, so you can use it at 24, 25 or 26, but I would not want it to be too long or too short, so I'll be using, but for the base, to get my line first, I'll mark 26 first because I know I'm still going to reduce it to 25, but then let's go with 26 first. Then depending, you can put the height of your client or the person you're making it for into consideration before using the length. So the height and basically what you're using is the hip length. So, and I'll be drafting directly on this fabric, so just to watch what I am doing. So you have this here like this. Now this jacket does not have joining. The only place where it has joining is in the circle part. That is the only place you are joining in this jacket, so you have to pay attention. Then the next I'm going to do is, don't forget I measure 26 here, then I'll get my 25. From here, just draw a simple curve as if you are drawing a circle. So this is what you're going to have, as if you are drawing a circle, right? Then mark your 25 inches length as seen here. So from your 25, just connect to the curve like this. So this is where it ends, and this is what you have. Now the shorter the length, the more curvy it is, but this is the basic measurement for this jacket. So 24, 25 will be sitting right on the hip, so it won't be too long nor too short, right? The next thing you want to do is to get your neckline. On my neckline, on this neckline, I'll be using 3 inches wide because you don't want the neck to be too wide, so it will not be falling. Don't forget you're not using interfacing for this, but if you're using interfacing for it, you can just extend it a little, but 3 inches is okay, and the rest will be going to the shoulder and the sleeve. It is cut together. Then from the neck, the back side, just come down by 1 inch like this, and that's a set. So from this shoulder length, you get your waist length, the waist length of your client, where you would want the circle to be. So for this waist length, I'll be using 17 inches long waist length. Then the next thing you measure is the round body measurement. So the round body measurement here, if I use 10, that is 40. 40 is still going to be free, and it's going to be like a one size fits all from size 10 upward. It will fit from size 10 to 14, I think. So let's use 40 here. Let's use 10, that is 40. So you mark something like this. This is your midpoint now, where you're going to get the circle. So on this side, from this midpoint, come up by 1 inch and go down by 1.5 inch. So you have 2.5 here. Then you know you are cutting your circle from here. Just draw out the shape. It's just a very small circle here. So this is what you have, a very small circle. You don't want, but you can decide your circle can be as wide as you want, but for this I'm using a very small circle. And we're almost done with our jacket. So the next thing we are going to do here is to cut it out. So I'll be adding just cut out the neckline, I mean the neck area rather. Then the next thing is you fold like this, connecting the center point of your circle together, so you don't have a bigger or a circle that is too small. Once again, let me measure again to be sure. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is just to cut out your small circle like this. So if you are using an interfacing for it, I would advise you cut both together so you can get the accurate cutting measurement. So this is what we have. So this is where I'm going to sew, that's to join the jackets together. Now we are almost done. The next thing you do is to cut the front neckline, because the front part is always longer than the front neckline, so it will be more relaxed. But before you cut, make sure you put on fold correctly so that you don't make mistakes. So you fold out like this. So this angle here, make sure it is touching the right side. So you can just do yourself a favor by ironing your fabric before cutting, so you can have an accurate fabric. So you can see this front align and this align. So this is the back. I'll be using this side for the back and I'll be using this side for the front. Now for the front neck depth, I'll be coming down by, don't forget I took almost 1 inch at the back here, so I'll be coming down by 3 inches. From the nape of this shoulder to this place is 3 inches, so I'll be coming down by 3 inches here. You connect together, and it's very simple. Just make a circle, a small circle rather, and connect together. So we are almost done with the cutting of our jacket here. So the next thing before you proceed is to cut the facing for the neck, because don't forget I said if you are turning with an interfacing, just cut together, turn, and your jacket is ready. You can even do, just turn with an interfacing and your jacket is ready. So here I'll be using the same Ankara fabric as my interfacing, so you have to be careful so you will be able to place it correctly. Okay, so we have something like this. So I have extra inch down here and extra down here, so I'll be cutting on fold. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is just slightly shape your interfacing. So this side is the front part and this side is the back part, right? So the next thing you want to do is to slit open the front part. So our jacket is almost ready like this. So what you want to do next is to cut the rope for the jacket. There is a rope that passes in between, passing at the beginning of this video. So you fold, depending on how wide you want the rope to be, but I don't think I want it really wide. So yeah, this is perfect. But by folding these two, I'll be joining this rope in the middle. So obviously this is too long. You don't want it to be too long, so you can just let me just measure what I have here. Okay, I think this is fine. So I'll join both together, and voila, the jacket is ready. The next thing you want to do is to take to your sewing machine and sew. Then I'll show you what it looks like after sewing.